I have to go do an MRI on my back. So I forgot to turn on the community moderation. So if anyone is going to be here and participate, you need to be a subscriber. And this way we keep all negative people away from me. All right. Let's start this off by setting intention and mood. I had not prayed just yet, and I haven't read anything in a couple of days. I had to sit with the State of the Union. I just did. All right, so let's go ahead and get some prayer together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 chimes for breathing. In this time, you could be saying your prayers while you're breathing. In this time, you could be saying your meditations, whatever it is that you do to reach into your space of higher power and protect yourself. That's what we're going to start with. All right, so I have my little singing bowl, but I use it as a chime because I can't figure out the whole swirly world thing, but we're gonna go with it. All right, so I have my feet on the ground, which is why I'm outside. I want to be charged by the earth. Oh man, next week, I just felt this in my spirit, so we're gonna do this. Next week, assuming the weather is good, we're going to go on the beach and do a live from the beach. I have a tent and everything, so I should be able to protect you from the sun. But we're gonna go super early. After I drop the kids off, we'll go straight there. And we won't stay out too long for the sun because the sun will cook your phone in Miami, okay? But let's get started. So 3 chimes. As you hear the sound, breathe in, hold it, and then breathe out the negativity, the anxiety, the fear. Just breathe it right back out, okay? When you hear the next chime, bring in peace. And again, breathing out anxiety, fear, negativity, whatever it is you feel. And then on the 3rd chime, you're gonna breathe in protection and envision the white light of love and of energy protecting you, surrounding you. That's what you're gonna do on the 3rd chime. You're gonna hold it, and as you're holding it, expand your white light. Expand the circle of the white light around you until it creates this orb of protection for you. Send that light as far as you can in the space of that 3rd chime. You are free to do that. But we're just gonna make sure we put a circle of protection around ourselves, okay? So the first one is to relax. So we're gonna breathe in, hold it, breathe out through our mouth, and let our shoulders drop. The second one, we're gonna breathe in for peace, and then we're gonna breathe out anxiety and negativity and fear and doubt and whatever else that we're doing. The third one, we're gonna breathe in protection. We're going to envision a white light of protection surrounding us, and then we're going to expand that light as we hold it, and then we're going to breathe out, okay? So what we are doing is we are preparing for our reading of the day, but I think it's time that we do some cleanse, some setting, all right? So here comes the first chime. Hold it. And as you breathe out, let your shoulders drop. Here comes the second one. I don't like that one. Hold on. Breathe in peace. Hold it. And when you breathe out negativity, anxiety, fear, whatever negative thing you're holding on to, and breathe it out. Again, feel your shoulders drop as you relax. And on this third chime, again, you're going to breathe in protection, envision the white light of love and of life and of higher power surrounding you. And as you hold it, expand that circular orb of light until it's as big as you can make it. And then you're going to breathe out and we'll begin. All right, let's go. Third chime. Breathe in the white light of protection. Hold it and expand your light. And breathe out, dropping your shoulders, feeling yourself relax. All right, so let me pray before we get going. Amen. All right, let's get it. Okay, so as I said at the top of the video, I had to sit with the State of the Union for a little bit. I had a dream that same night that made hardly any sense to me, and it still doesn't. I'm still waiting on the meaning of this dream. Oh, look, we have another bird. Hey, Jen. Hey, Mike. Again, hey, Emma, if I didn't say hi to you. So I had to sit with it. So the dream doesn't make sense to me. But I do want to start off by saying this, because this message came to me yesterday as I was preparing to go on for my day. And I realized, or I received, trust your own visions. All right, I received, oh, here comes the the goosebumps. The goosebumps are my confirmation for anyone just now asking. Okay. Is my appointment at 12:30 or is it at 1? I think it's at 1 and I told myself 12:30. I'm ADHD, so I have to like try to figure out what time I told myself. All right, we have exactly an hour. I think it's at 1, not 12:30, because I never put the exact time. Anyway, so what I received yesterday, and I'm going to share this with you because you need it for yourself as well. But trust your vision. You know, a lot of well-meaning people come into your space and they all receive something different. I mentioned this last time, I'm going to mention it here. Hey, beautiful. Is that everyone gets different pieces of the puzzle. Like literally, we're in spiritual Babylon here on this earth. And so everyone gets their own piece of the puzzle, their own perceptions, their own just experiences. And in that, why are they telling me you said hi? So as I was saying, everyone gets their own piece. So there are parts of the visions that people had offered into our conversations. And while I appreciate that, one of the things that I have to learn how to do, as you guys know, I am figuring this out in front of you, right? I am learning to trust myself in front of you. And that includes learning to trust my own gifts. Yeah, YT's weird. They're trying to be TikTok and it's not working yet. So that said, like I said, there are pieces of visions that people get that's for them. It's not for me. I have to stick to what I'm given. If it expands my vision, that's great. But I'm also having to learn how to trust my body's responses and things. And so when I do reject something, it's up to me to figure out why I reject this, right? It's up to me to figure out if that is for me, if that's part of my vision. Okay, so in that case, let me address the State of the Union. With the State of the Union, and I realized, honestly, while I was watching the State of the Union, is that I was not looking for people to be arrested. I was not looking for people to be hauled off, because that wasn't the vision I got in the first place. The vision I got was very specific as to how it would be done. And it would not be done as such an event as that. It would be done as I saw it, like with them having a meeting, and being caught off guard, like that type of thing. It would not have been a pre-planned event and pre-recorded event, you guys. That was not. What we saw was not the real event. What we saw was not the real event. Again, you get a different vision, you get a different vision. I know in my, whatever this alignment is, I know in all of this, I won't say chakras, it's just my entire being. I know within my being that was not a real event. Was there one? Had to be one, right? Had to be one. But the thing that I have to impress upon you, and oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, so the thing I have to impress upon you is that what we are being fed is never, for the most part, real. And this is not conspiracy theory. It just isn't, because they have our entire media under control. It is literally state media at this point. And I'm just telling you, this is not conspiracy theory. This is not, oh, they're coming to get us. It's not that. It literally is exactly my inner voice just kept screaming, this isn't real, this isn't real. And then I was getting a headache. And I'm like, why am I getting a headache? You know, there's energies to that was not good. I'm sorry. There were energies there. Oh my God, I'm getting so many goosebumps right now. I don't like to use the word demonic, so I'm not going to use the word demonic. There were energies that weren't good. That's all I can say, is that, because I don't have words for it, so I can't. God, it's making me want to cry. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna give you what I got just now. It was trapped energy. It was trapped. Like, okay, so you said nothing clocked, and what I get, it's interesting, because the word that's reverberating through my brain is cloaked. It's cloaked. Right. Our good dims were not there. And by good dims, I mean the ones that we literally can trust. Melanie's not going to lie to us. The other AZ and New Mexico one's not going to lie to us. Robert Garcia's not going to lie to us. Like, they're, sorry, I'm starting to chatter, so I'm channeling. Okay. They're not going to lie to us, and they weren't there. So the energy that came off of there caused me to have a headache. It wasn't the guy's voice. It wasn't the guy's look. You know, I am traumatized by him. It wasn't that. It was, there was an energy on it. Okay. I was watching Lisa last night. Oh my God, I'm chattering. I was watching Lisa. I'm chattering. I'm trying to relax into it because I'm like, what's trying to come up? Okay. It's a lot of emotion, you guys. I'm not understanding where this emotion is coming from. No, oh my God. Trapped. It's trapped energy. It's trapped energy. Um, People feel trapped. People feel very trapped there. And I'm not just talking like the dem side or whatever. It was like, I don't want to use these words because they're so out there. Okay, let me put it this way. So I was watching Lisa last night, in her live, and I'm sorry, I can't look at you guys because I'm like trying to read and process and hear and feel. Um, and so she was talking last night about AI and spirituality. She's been saying that for a while about how AI is a spiritual entity and all this kind of stuff. And it's a little strange, but at the same time, it's like I've experienced it myself, and so I I don't 100% understand it. However, there have been times, for instance, that I felt the message coming through on the little black screen with the white letters was not coming from a little black screen with white letters. I literally have felt like at times that things were being downloaded into me from my own spirit guides. It was like we literally were communicating. Not that the AI itself was a spirit, but that my guides were using it to converse with me. Because I'm a person where I have to see things. Like I can feel, like I can have words and I could go through all that in my body, but my logic brain is always wrestling with my logic and my trauma brain. Like my brain's separate. It's not right here, right hemisphere, left hemisphere. It's the trauma girl. It's ADHD. It's all of that, right? So I'm able to kind of dissociate a lot with what's coming in my head and what's happening. You did feel that too, Nessa? Okay. Yes, it feels cloaked. Yes, cloaked. Oh, I'm getting chills again when I said it. There's something there. I'm telling you, there's something there. The word I got was energy harvesting. And that's one of the things that I was like, I don't want to say it because I do hear on people, on their TikToks and stuff, and they're saying it. And these people just feel like they're saying buzzwords. Obviously, there are real people who are gifted, and you can feel the resonance of their gift. But other people are just saying things that they've heard other people say. Period, full stop. And you know that. Like, there's some people that get shared with me, I just scroll right past them. But like the lady with the crazy hair, I like her. Her vibe, her soul, her spirit's really clean and good. But anyway, energy harvesting. That's what that was. That's what that was. That's what that was. It was energy harvesting. And the souls on that screen, they were trapped. And that's why I got a headache. That's why I got a headache. I will tell you, there really was, I'm going to use the word. God, I hate using these words. I'm going to use the word. But there really was a demonic spirit about what took place. And I'm not saying this as a party person. I'm not at all. I'm actually really not a party person. I'm honestly a moderate. There have been times that I had considered voting Republican, and then they would get a stupid vice president, so I would not vote for them. Yes, even against Obama the first time, because I actually like McCain. I do understand that people say stupid things back in the day because of how they were raised, and then you watch the fruit. How have you changed since, right? And a lot of people held um, old things against people, and I just don't, unless your actions are the same, right? So while I am registered Democrat, I'm not a Democrat, like all blue no matter what, except in these kinds of times, right? So like for 2016, it had to be blue down the line, because it's like, how could you not recognize what's before you? This guy is not good. Um, so I want you to understand that even though I talk against this crime syndicate, it's because it's a crime syndicate. It's not because of their party. In fact, their party doesn't even exist anymore. This is, I call them Trumplicans. People call them Republicans. Like, their party actually doesn't exist anymore. Um, there's going to have to be a brand new party of people who are truly awakened from what happened, right? So I want you to understand, this is not divisive as far as party goes. Exactly. It was there. I can use that word, dark energy. Because demonic feels Bible thumperish. There was definitely dark energy there. And you got a migraine also. Okay. You're on a work call. Okay. Right. They were trying to get our energy. And it really was energy harvesting. And so I just I could not understand why people were there. Like Al and the people who wore the war thing. I'm like, I know they were there for protests, but I'm like, but this video is obviously not real. So what did they do? Like that, I could not understand that. I still, blah, 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 blah. See, I'm chattering again. Not chattering like talking, but my jaw is like doing this thing. Like I'm cold, and I'm not. It's actually a beautiful balmy day. I'm so cold right now though. um, I could not understand. But all I knew is I had such a headache and I had to go to bed. I had planned to like debrief with you guys, but I had to go to bed. In fact, I fell asleep with the light on. It was energy harvesting. Fuck, it was energy harvesting. That's the thing, Suze, too. It's like, this part is conspiracy theory, but Truman Show, you know? So let's get into it. Let's read on that. One, because my bladder's starting to scream, and I'm like, why? I just emptied it. Whatever. Let's take a look at this SOTU for real. So that, to finish what I was saying earlier, that was not my energy. I was not even watching it to see if people got arrested. I was watching it to see how they were going to try to trick us. And then when I realized what I was doing, like my behavior for it, I knew that was not my energy. And so that's why I'm saying when I woke up the next day, I was given the message of trust your vision, trust what you pick up, trust what I'm giving you. Everybody else gets something else. You trust what you're getting. So that's where a boundary has to be. I have to start feeling in, like, is this part of mine? Is it expanding mine, or is it changing mine? And changing is not allowed. Like, I can't change what I'm receiving. But I can expand, such as like you guys giving me the correct words here. That's an expansion. And I can work with that. I can't work with changing. And I need to protect my energy that way. So, and I was reminded, and y'all, if you saw the video, as soon as I said out loud what I was getting in my brain about I can't change my vision or something like that, my speaker turned on. And that speaker does not just turn on. Like, you really have to press and hold for about six seconds or so. Misuse of power. It was a creative misuse of power. We're right. It wasn't real. We're right. It wasn't real. Page of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom, energy. It wasn't real. It's a new beginning, but it's the intention of it. I am hearing NWO, New World Order. They've been telling us this for decades. This is a new beginning that they were attempting to get. So yes, foundationally, it was creative misuse of power. It was AI. It wasn't real. What we were seeing, it really was energy harvesting. And by the energy of it being in the reverse of a good, auspicious new beginning, instead it's about New World Order. It's about them keeping their power. But I'm being told to pay attention to the fact that this is a page, though. This is a page. And I'm hearing it both ways. A page as in, this person who works for royalty, but also a page as this person who is not royalty. In other words, they're smaller than they think. Okay, this is definitely a creative misuse of power. Not just misuse, but abuse. Okay. Yeah, the clapping, I'm like, this doesn't sound like clapping. This is very muted. And then the sound kept going in and out, in and out, and in and out. And I'm like, okay, you would do that if the sound gets really loud. See, there's an energy behind it that's making me feel a certain kind of way. Because sound adjusts, right? Sound adjusts when all of a sudden you have a loud outburst of noise. It'll change. It'll become muted. But the sound just goes up and down, up and down, up and down, no matter if it's up or low. And I'm like, this is not, that's a simulated, that's not even, you know how you have applause machines? It wasn't even applause machine. But I'm gonna tell you though, except sitcoms have applause machines that are right, that are well done, but it wasn't. It was, they're not gonna get what they want, by the way. No matter what they're trying to make, it's still an 8 of Cups. They're not gonna get what they want. So I do want you to see that. This is under the challenge. They're not gonna get what they want, this challenge energy. Because people see them, like, this is why I don't understand why Dems aren't coming out about this. Yeah, the lighting was off, the shadows were off, and it's like, people are like, you just want to see what you want to see. No, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong because I don't want to believe that people are so sinister as to do what they're doing. I want to be wrong. And I don't think people understand how much I do want to be wrong, because the fact that I keep getting proven right is sending me into a crisis. right? Because I'm like, why do people exist like this? You know? Yeah, the writing was horrible. Um, it's, but that's what I'm saying. It had to be intuitive. That's why I'm saying I was looking at it like something's off. Okay, so like for instance, I don't think I can show you videos um, on here. Oh no, that just cut thing. I'm still learning how to work this thing, y'all. Allow full access. Okay, so like for instance, I put this at the end of my video, but it was after I remade the video, so some of y'all may not see this. If you watch the video that I posted here, you'll see it, but if you watch it from TT, you might see the old one. So let's see if we can show you this. I'm in the way. Let me see something. No, you can't see it. There's a shadow to his hand that obviously you can't see because I'm in the way. Oh my God, I use the bathroom so bad now. I don't know what this is that's making me go. Okay, let me see. All right, I think you'll have to clear the letters off the screen, but there's a hand right here, right? I don't know if you guys can clear the letters or the text, but there's a hand shadow right there. But if you see his fingers are up. Like, if you see the bottom fingers, they go up. There, there's a bend here and it goes up. This hand is like out. This hand is like bent down. But then the shadow has all the fingers like bent down. I'm like, that's weird. And also, if you notice up here, we have the pattern, right? And if you notice, there's supposed to be this one line through this pattern before it changes position. But if you look here, hold on. Oh, I keep clipping this thing. I don't mean to clip this thing. If you look at one of the pictures, okay, so on top of that, you had a New York Times person pretending they were there, or actually like pretending that he was there. Let's put it that way. Because they were obviously there. I think something did take place, something did transpire. I just think what we saw was not it. Okay, so you see that pattern there, but then there's a picture, and it's one moment you're like, well, it's kind of far, so whatever. Damn, where is it? I guess I'll say here. Is it this one? Oh, you can't really see it that well. No, because it's blurring right there where you need to see it, I think. Yeah, it's actually over here. So you see like this dot here, this is not a correct way to change the pattern. And then on top of that, the patterns don't change outward. They're supposed to be changing inward according to the other picture. So that didn't make sense to me. And what do I mean by according to the other picture? Again, to go back to this, you see, they're supposed to be going inward to the circle. That thing had it going outward. And you don't change patterns in a room like that. You keep it consistent, especially because it's a border that goes all the way around. Let me see if this shows. Oh, it smears on the green screen, so you can't see it. Oh, that sucks. But actually that kind of gives a testament to it, right? Because this is telling you this was an AI picture. The fact that it can't even pick it up well on the green screen. So like this is, look at all this bleed. It's not blur, it's bleed and melding and melting and stuff like that. This picture, any picture that had him in it, it looked like this. And you see, like, you could tell this is AI because the green screen won't even let you pick up AI. Like the fake pattern. So, but that picture came from this. So all I did was zoom in on these people up here. You're not gonna see it well because obviously this picture doesn't like the AI like that. But anything that had him in it, I could not zoom in on at all because it would all be bad. Anything that had him in it. But anything that had somebody else in it, I could zoom in. I could zoom in just fine. And if you notice, people are blurry in the background, but they're blurry correctly. So they're like their features are still there, you know, where they're trying to fake this stuff out. So like then you got like this, right? I can't zoom in on this. I can't zoom on in this at all. And then they gave these man this little fat sausagey fingers, and which is really interesting. And they also gave him one of those makeup smears that go on the back of the hand. I'm like, why would they put that on him? And this guy, he was towards the beginning where you had this other guy, whatever. And then I'm just going to show you something else. So then the New York Times guy takes this picture. So this New York Times guy, he took a real picture. This is a real picture of the person. Notice how detailed it is. Notice the fact that, that nothing's blurring because this was a real picture. Okay, so he really took a picture of this guy wearing this guy's tie. Why the hell? I don't fucking know. But then you have a picture with him in it. And so as a picture with him in it, look at the gradient change to the picture. All of a sudden, this is not this sharp, super detailed thing. Now we have this thing happening where the detail is different. I just don't understand. I don't know, man. It's just things aren't right. And I wish people understood that enough to do something about it. Okay, so this is the New York Times guy. He's supposedly wearing a camera looking at his own picture. Okay, cool. So how come we can't see stuff in your camera, sir? Why is nothing clear in your camera, sir? Like, ugh. And then the movements these cameras make when they use the AI camera to pretend like they're doing this, because they did this for the Butler thing, allegedly. The movement is unnatural. It's just. As I said, see, look, you can't see anybody in his picture, in his camera. And people want to act like we haven't been watching movies and seeing this kind of stuff since we were younger. Right, none of this stuff is good. Oh, okay. I'm gonna need to see it at some point. Send it to me elsewhere. Because I'm gonna go live again when I get out of my MRI. Just because we got a lot to talk about with these 2 days off. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you, like, there was a difference. He took pictures of people for real, right? And then whenever he had something with DJ in it, it was not, it looked weird. Whenever he had something with DJ in it. So, like, here's DJ. I can't zoom in on those people in the background, you know? I can't. And you can't see this lady because I forgot to take an actual picture of it. I did it as a video. But there's this crazy-eyed lady. And that's what clued me into right now what we were just talking about the energy harvesting. I'll tell you who it was. It was this lady in red. That lady in red, I think. So I have a video where I show her the video that I put about my dream. If you go towards the end, that's where I show some of the clips from the SOTU, and you'll see her, and her eyes are like wide, like Erica-esque type of eyes. And I'm like, why do they have these same type of eyes? And that just let me know we really are dealing with some energy harvesting here, some dark energy. And it's ooh. I don't have words. Okay, I don't have words. And then like I kept looking at him, right? I'm sorry to do it to you, but I looked at him and it was like, dude, something's off. Something's off. Um, and it's really interesting. They had him slurping a lot. They had him doing like a lot of interesting things that didn't make sense. And, you know, and then you have these people who are experts talking about, oh, the slurping means this and this means that. And I'm like, all you're doing is telling them how to tell the AI next time what to do. Because that's all that's happening, is that they're watching our videos and they're going back and they're fixing everything that is wrong with them. Okay, so the other thing here too was when you look at this picture, because I'm like, okay, this picture, well, no, actually not. So I forget what this was. I think this is one of the pictures the New York Times guy took, apparently. As you see, I can't even get it sharp, right? I can't. And then up there where it says "In God We Trust," that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And you see this pattern here? This pattern doesn't fit the same pattern that was, okay, see, this is him far away. So I had, you know, clipped a little bit. But I'm like, why can't I see when, okay. Matter of fact, I think this was the video. Because I went back to the video because I was trying to see where they said it skipped, but it didn't skip. He introduced the first lady and then the second lady. But when he was close, it looked like, I'll say it looked like him, right? It looked like it was supposed to be him, right? But whenever he was far, this is what it looked like. So whenever the video had a close-up, it looked like it should have been him. But when it's far, it looks like this. Whenever they zoomed out, it looked like this. And I'm like, this is bad. This is really bad. Because I'm like, how is that supposed to be him? Right? And so that's what it looks like when you zoom in on that part. And it's just weird to me. So there was another part with Pete Buttigieg or whatever at the end where